Welcome to the Near Still Waters podcast, where we journey together towards clarity and calm in the midst of life's storms. Hi, I'm your host, Susie Lubbers, a life coach, and a mama to 7 amazing grown children. Having homeschooled all of my children, including my special needs child, I've navigated the challenges of raising them and experienced the bittersweet moments of letting go. This journey has not been about teaching academics, but also about discovering how to find peace and purpose through every season of life. You can learn more about me and my mission at nearstillwaters.ca. In this space, we're dedicated to empowering moms. Whether you're in the trenches of homeschooling, navigating special needs parenting, seeking to rediscover your own passions after years of putting others first, you're not alone. Together, we'll explore strategies to bring clarity into the chaos of motherhood and uncover ways to cultivate calm within ourselves, even while accomplishing the hard things. Each episode will share stories, practical tips, inspirational guidance to help you embrace your journey with grace, resilience, and faith. So grab a cup of coffee, take a deep breath, and let's step into a space of learning and growth. Welcome to the Near Still Waters podcast, where your journey to clarity and peace begins.
Friend, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt that you are not good enough as a homeschool mom? Maybe you are constantly second guessing yourself. Or maybe you're wondering if you're doing this whole homeschooling thing right. Or maybe you have even thought, what if I ruin my kids? What if I don't teach them everything they need to know? If that's you, I want to just say, you are not alone. I have been there. Every homeschool mom struggles with self-doubt at some point. But today I want to help you overcome that fear and homeschool with confidence, even on the days when you feel like you are not enough and you have not done enough. In this video, we're going to talk about the biggest homeschool confidence killers and how to overcome them. We're going to talk about 5 powerful mindset shifts that will help you trust yourself more and practical ways to build confidence in your homeschool journey. So grab a cup of tea, take a deep breath, and let's talk about how to homeschool with confidence. Before we build confidence, let's talk about what steals our confidence in the first place. Because if we can identify the real problem, we can stop letting it control us. I would say the number one thing is comparison to other homeschool moms. We see other homeschool moms on Instagram with a perfectly organized homeschool room, kids working happily in color-coded schedules, and we immediately feel like we're doing it all wrong. But here's the truth. You're only seeing their highlight reel and not their hard days. No homeschool is perfect. So the solution to that is easy. Stop comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Instead, focus on what's working with your unique family. The next thing could be fear of failing our kids. And this is a big one. We carry this enormous responsibility, thinking we have to do it all. Teach every subject perfectly, meet every need, and make sure that our kids turn out right. But God never called you to be the perfect homeschool mom. He called you to be a faithful one. So what's the solution to that problem? Trust that God is leading your homeschool and that progress matters more than perfection. The next problem can be thinking that we need to teach everything. And let me set you free from this one right now. It is impossible to teach your kids everything. No school, no teacher, no curriculum can do that. Our real job as a homeschool mom isn't to teach every fact. It's to teach our kids how to love learning, think critically, and find information when they need it. The solution to that one is, instead of focusing on teaching everything, teach your children to love learning and become lifetime learners so that they want to learn their entire life. Number 4, can be believing our kids need to learn like a traditional school. Sometimes we lack confidence because we're trying to fit our homeschool into a traditional school learning model. But homeschooling doesn't look like a classroom. It's supposed to look like real life learning. Stop worrying about keeping up with schools and instead focus on creating a rich learning environment that fits your family rhythm. Now that we know what's stealing your confidence, let's talk about how to get that back. Here are 5 powerful mindset shifts that will help you homeschool with confidence. Number 1 is progress over perfection. You don't have to be perfect to be successful, and your homeschool days don't have to be perfect to be successful. Hey there, homeschool mama. Can I ask you something? Have you ever felt exhausted, overwhelmed, and like you're running on empty? Like no matter how hard you try, homeschooling just isn't bringing the joy it used to? I want you to know that you're not alone. I've been there, stuck in the cycle of burnout, frustration, and guilt. But I also found a way forward. And that's exactly why I created Beyond Burnout for the homeschool mom. This isn't just another homeschool planner or to-do list. It's a workbook designed to help you move from disconnection to connection, exhaustion to renewal, and stress to peace. Inside this workbook, you'll find practical steps to identify the real causes of your burnout, strategies for self-care that actually fits your homeschool life, biblical encouragement to realign your heart and mind, tools to help you set boundaries, prioritize what matters, and rediscover joy in your homeschool journey. Mama, you don't have to stay stuck in burnout. There is a way through, and this workbook will help you take the first step. Grab your copy of Beyond Burnout for the Homeschool Mom today on Amazon. You'll find the link in the show notes because you deserve a homeschool life that's not just surviving, but thriving. Some days will be super messy. Some lessons will not go as planned, and that's very normal. And maybe a lot more than some. Maybe many lessons will not go as planned, and maybe many homeschool days will not go as planned. But are you making progress? Measure your success by progress and not perfection, because even small wins count. So, number 2, I would say trust that God chose you for this job. You are the mom God handpicked for your children. He didn't make a mistake when he gave them to you. When you feel unqualified, remember God doesn't call the qualified, but he qualifies those who he calls. Think of Moses. And the Bible verse that I'm thinking of now is Philippians 1 verse 6. He who began a good work in you will carry it to completion. For number 3, you need to embrace your unique homeschool style. Not every homeschool family looks the same. Some families love structured schedules. Others thrive on a more relaxed learning situation. Let your homeschool fit you, mom, and your family. Give yourself permission to do what works for you, even if it doesn't look like anybody else's homeschool. For number 4, I would say let your kids be a part of the learning process. You do not have to do all the teaching. Your kids can take practical ownership for their learning. Give them choices in their curriculum. Let them explore topics they love and encourage independent learning. For number 5, I would say build a support system. Homeschooling can feel isolating if we try to do it all by ourselves. Find other homeschool moms that can support you. The ways you can find support are through joining a local homeschool group, connecting with other moms online. Find yourself a homeschool mentor or coach like me. If you need the extra support, you can reach out to me. I love encouraging homeschool moms. Mindset shifts are powerful, but confidence grows when we take consistent action. Here's a few practical ways that you can do every day to build your homeschool confidence. Number one would be to start your day with prayer and gratitude. Before you jump into lessons, take a moment to pray. Ask God for wisdom, patience, and joy. And then write down one thing you're grateful for in your homeschool. It helps shift your focus to do the good. For mind shift two, I would say keep a wins journal. At the end of the day, write down one small success. Maybe your child finally grasped a math concept, or maybe you just had a great conversation over lunch. I found we had most of our good conversations in the vehicle when we were driving somewhere. Seeing those little wins will remind you that you are doing a great job. For shift number three, I would recommend that you take breaks when you need them. Confidence grows when we don't run ourselves into the ground. If you're feeling frustrated, take a break, go outside, read together, or just pause for a minute. For number four, I want you to remind yourself that it's okay to adjust. If something isn't working, it's not a failure, it's a feedback. And you can change it. And you have the freedom to change things up as you need to change them. You have to answer to no one, really. You have to answer to your family and to what works for you. Friend, I just want you to know you are enough right now as you are. You don't have to be the perfect teacher. You don't have to have the perfect curriculum, and you do not have to have everything figured out. Your love, your faithfulness, and your willingness to show up for your kids is what truly matters. Today, I want you to do one thing. Write down one reason why you are the perfect mom for your children. And if this has encouraged you, go and tell me, what's one area you want to grow in homeschool confidence?